Are you a business owner or employee who needs to network but is terrified of walking into a room full of people you don't know? Are you afraid of being left out of conversations or being awkward in the conversations you do have? Your tour guide Faithann is here to walk alongside you through the networking terrain, offering tips and tricks to network with ease. She'll also bring insightful interviews with successful business owners who have used networking to expand their businesses. Building relationships is the heart of networking, and generosity is the cruise ship that will navigate you toward those important relationships for your business or career. Grab your sunscreen and suitcase. Faithann is ready. Are you?
Hello there, and welcome to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast. I'm glad you found the show. Networking is providing opportunities for others that they would not have except for you, so that you have standing to ask for opportunities from people when you need them. How do we create opportunities for others, and how do we ask for those same opportunities? Well, that's what this podcast is all about. It's what I'm here for. Let's dive into episode 32. Well, listeners, this episode is a solo episode. I love coming back to the thing that I like to help people with most, their introductions, or we call them elevator pitches. And I've been thinking of an analogy to even help further explain how important it is that we're clear, and how important it is that when we're asking the room to find referrals for us, we paint a picture of what those referrals look like, and that we don't assume that everybody knows our jargon, that everyone knows our lingo, and that everyone knows when they would be standing in the middle of a referral for us. I put together a little skit with the help of ChatGPT, a little help there, but listen to it and see if you can't figure out where I'm going with this skit and why it would be in this episode, why it would be something that I would be talking about in particular, given what I just said about how important it is to paint a picture of who you're looking for when you're standing up and introducing yourself.
Hello, this is Bob.
Hey, Bob, it's Mary.
Mary? Wow, hey, it's been what, 10 years?
12, but who's counting?
Well, apparently you are. What's going on?
Hey, listen, I need a favor. I'm coordinating a float for the Rose Parade this year, and I need someone to take pictures of the float. You're the first person I thought of.
Wow, I'm flattered. That sounds fun. What kind of shots do you need?
Oh, you know, float shots.
Right. Float shots, like wide shots, close-ups, people on the float, movement?
Nah, just the float. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay, but which float is yours? There are like 100 floats or something in the parade, aren't there?
Mine's the one with flowers on it.
Mary, all the floats have flowers. It's literally the Rose Parade.
Exactly. Just find the one with flowers. That's mine.
That doesn't help me at all.
Well, it's festive. People will be smiling.
Are you trying to be vague, or is this a prank?
No prank. I just think art is best when it's spontaneous.
Mary, I'm a photographer. Spontaneity is great if I know what I'm looking for. Is the float shaped like an animal, a place, a concept?
Ooh, I love all those ideas.
Well, that's not... who's on it? Celebrities? Local kids? A dancing squirrel?
Yes.
Yes to all three?
No, just yes. You'll see.
Well, I'm going to need more to go on. What are the photos for? Like a promo material? Archives? Or what?
You're awfully detail-oriented for someone who once tried to cook pasta in a toaster.
Well, you gave us zero answers for something running a multi-million-dollar floral vehicle down Colorado Boulevard.
I like to keep things fresh.
Mary, I once watched you send back a latte because the foam wasn't inspired. And now you want me to just guess which float is yours?
Oh, I have faith in your instincts, Bob. You can do it.
Yeah, I've got instincts, Mary. They're currently telling me to fake my own disappearance.
You'll be fine. Just find the float with the energy of celebration and the scent of blooming potential.
Right, Mary. I'll just wait for the float to whisper to me spiritually. Real efficient. You know what, Mary? I just remembered I can't do the parade after all.
What? Why not?
Well, my dog Winston has an underwater basket weaving tournament that day.
Your dog?
Yeah, he's very talented. He wove a coaster last week that made me cry.
You're backing out over a hypothetical aquatic arts and crafts event.
Well, it's very competitive. ESPN 8 is covering it.
This is about the float, isn't it?
This is absolutely about the float.
Well, fine. I'll just have to find someone else who understands mystique.
Mystique is for perfume ads, not parades. Tell me when you build a float shaped like a giant camera. I'll know that one when I see it.
Maybe I will, with flowers.
Oh, of course, yeah, with flowers.
Okay, Bob, go attend to Winston's artistic future.
Best of luck with your secret float of mystery and petals.
Thanks, old friend.
Later, Mary.
Well, that was just a little bit of fun with a mystery guest. If you know who that is, email me at faithann@thenetworkerstourguide.com. The point of this analogy is to really hit home that we can't look for your referrals if you are not telling us who to look for and who they are. So in the same way that we would not want to tell a photographer that our float is the one with flowers on it in the Rose Parade, we don't want to tell people that we're looking for anyone with a house if we're a roofer, or that we're looking for anyone with skin if we are a health and beauty consultant, or if that's the product that we are selling. We want to paint pictures of who we're looking for by saying, you'll know when you have found an ideal referral for me when your friend, your aunt, your cousin is saying things like, tell us what they're saying. Keeping in mind that we're going to be specific. So when we're asking for the people in the room to be on the lookout for us, we want to say, I'm looking for, and then we want to say your friend, your neighbor, your coworker, depending on what the situation is. And sometimes if you're, especially for like life insurance agents, therapists, you could even say, I'm looking for somebody in your life that you're really close to. And then you would explain the situation, because if the question that you want your people in the room who are looking for referrals for you to ask of their friends and neighbors is more of an intimate question, then you want to say, I'm looking for somebody who you're close to. Because if you're going to ask somebody about money that's real personal, like a life insurance, are you protected? I mean, if that's what you're asking the people in the room to ask their people, then it may not be the Uber driver, or it may not be their child's preschool teacher, but it may be their mother. So you can just need to think about how would a conversation come up, and just really take yourself out of you as business owner, and put yourself in the body, in the mind, in the circumstance of another business owner who wants to find a referral for you, and they've heard something from their friend that makes them think of you. We want the conversation to flow naturally. So the question that we're asking the room to ask of their friends and family can't sound salesy. It has to sound helpful and curious, and it's got to really hit that mark. I always use this example. It's such a great question. So in window cleaning, I would ask the room, my referral partners, when you hear that business owner ordering a sign for his brand new business at his brick and mortar location, ask him if he's considered getting the windows cleaned as well. And so that would be a question that if somebody had influence over someone else and they're bragging about hey, I just ordered this new sign because I'm moving in next week, or I'm moving in next month. The question has to be just natural. It has to be, oh, that's awesome. Hey, have you thought about having windows cleaned too? Or are you doing anything else to get ready for moving in? Are there any other things that you're going to be hiring? It has to be that, instead of, you should really have professional window cleaning done because Often, the professional window cleaners can clean the windows much faster than the employees can. I mean, that's all sales talk, but a question that just plants a seed, well, since you're ordering a sign, what about having the windows cleaned too? That's just something a friend would ask another friend in a natural way. So, what is it that you can tell the room to ask people that one friend would ask another? Or if it's more of an intimate question, that a daughter would ask a mother, or a mother would ask a daughter? Or is it more of a professional question that a coworker would ask another coworker? So just put yourself in the minds of the people who are going to be going out and listening for referrals for you. Just like Bob gets frustrated when he continues to ask Mary which float is yours and what kind of pictures do you want? And Mary's just saying, "Oh, whatever you think," and being vague. It's frustrating. So when I find the person that you're looking for, help me get to that conversation where I can bring you up in a natural way. All right, there are 8 ways that you can stand out. You can make your introduction stand out at your next networking meeting. And this is a free gift for you that you can grab today by going to the show notes and looking for the 8 ways to make your 30 or 60-second introduction stand out. I'll tell you 2 of them, and then you can download the resource for the rest of them. Use what's called a program interrupter. A program interrupter is anything that our subconscious minds notice that's different. And then it tells us, "Oop, this is different. Pay attention." Program interrupters can be words that aren't common. Now, here you have to be very careful about jargon. You do not want to use jargon, but interesting words. I heard a marketer who helps people show up on Google. She said, "I help business owners get to the tippity top of a Google search." And I told her afterwards, I said, "That tippity top, that word, that's a great word," because when you said it, I was like, "Ooh, tippity top." So it's something to grab attention and to be different, because then our brains will pay attention. Another program interrupter is a visual aid. Recently at my networking meeting, I used a microphone, and I just pulled that microphone right up to my mouth. It didn't work. It wasn't plugged in. It was just a microphone. And I just started on my introduction. "I'm Faithann with the Networkers Tour Guide. Business owners and sales teams hire me to help them network better so that they may grow their businesses through referrals." And I was just acting like nothing was different. And then I said, "Now, some of you may be asking, why is she holding a microphone? It's not making her any louder." So my whole introduction on that particular week was about program interrupters and how a business owner who has a new product or service could use a program interrupter in his or her introduction to stand out. And that would be the person I'm looking for, is that business owner who has a new product or service to offer. And I was very specific about that. And I used a program interrupter in my presentation to talk about program interrupters so that the people in the room could be listening for business owners they know who have a new product or service to launch. And I gave them the question to ask. I used a program interrupter. The very next week, I wore my name tag upside down. That's a tip from Ivan Meisner, who is the founder of Business Networking International, or BNI for short. So I wore it upside down, and during the open networking, I waited for somebody to tell me that my name tag was upside down. And of course, someone did, and I used it. I used that in my 60-second presentation. I said, "So-and-so fell into my trap. He noticed that I had my name tag upside down, and I was using what's known as a program interrupter. This week, I'm looking for that business owner," and off to the races I go.
Hi, listeners. Do you struggle when it comes time to deliver your introduction or pitch at your networking meetings? Faithann has put together the 8 tips she uses to make her introduction stand out when she networks. And now you can use them too. Imagine walking into your next event with confidence. knowing exactly how to stand out so people actually remember you. These tips are designed to spark your creativity so you can bring more personality, energy, and originality into your introduction, helping you feel more confident and making it easier for people to connect with you. Grab your free copy of 8 Ways to Make Your Introduction Stand Out by clicking the link in the show notes and download it today.
So, a program interrupter is a great way to stand up, a visual aid, or you could sing a little song during your presentation or your introduction. That's a great program interrupter. You could ask a question. That's a program interrupter. Involve someone else in your presentation. So, set something up beforehand where you say, hey, I'm going to say this word. And when I say this word, would you be willing to do thing X? To like make it more interactive. Oh, sure, I'll do that. That's a great program interrupter. Even pausing can be somewhat of a program interrupter, or pantomiming an action. So standing up and you don't say anything and you pantomime some kind of action that's very obvious. Everyone would know, like if you're fishing or something really obvious. It can't be obscure. It has to be obvious to the room what you're doing. Swimming, fishing, reaching up for something high and pulling it down off of a shelf, things like that, where everyone's like, oh, what are you doing? Yeah, I get that. But it's a program interrupter because everyone's expecting you to stand up and say your name, but you're not. You're doing something different, and that's going to make the room look at you. And at least you have a start. At least you have their attention. So you have a chance for them to really listen to what the rest of your presentation is going to sound like. That's a great way to make your introduction or your pitch stand out. Use a program interrupter. Okay, one more, and then I'll let you guys download the rest. Try them and see what works for you. I do this often, especially when I'm talking about events that I would love the room to invite their friends to or their other business owners to, is invite the room to come up and connect with you further. Invite the room to come up and connect with you further after the meeting. I might finish my introduction by saying, instead of saying, ask them if it's okay if I contact them and then introduce me to your friend through an email or text, I might say, if your friend seems open to the idea of a workshop, if that's what I'm talking about, the best way to connect me to your friend would be to come and talk to me after the meeting. Then I can send you the link to send to your friend. But there's a little bit of double meaning, or a little bit more than just, I'm going to give you the link to send to your friend. I'm actually inviting you to come and talk to me. And when you come up and talk to me, then I can start a conversation with you, and I might learn more about you. So, and that also makes it easy for people if it's not a friend that they are wanting to tell about the workshop, but it's them instead. It gives them this permission to come up and know that they're not bothering you, to not have to worry about, I got to make sure that I catch Faithann after the meeting before she leaves. Just that simple act of telling the room that you're going to linger for a little bit. It gets those people who are curious about you a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of, oh, okay. It's just one more little thing that knocks down that barrier. We all have so many barriers that we're just walking around with. Well, I want to do that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. And this would be one more thing that would knock that down. When you're going to stand up and you're going to sound warm and friendly and confident, and you know what you're looking for, and then you invite anyone who would like to come up and talk to you afterwards to come up, and you tell the room that you're approachable in the way that you craft your introduction. It just makes it that much easier for somebody who's on the fence to come up. Oh, great. She invited me. Great. I'm not going to be bothering her if I come up to her. I don't have to worry that she's going to rush off. She said she's going to linger okay, I think I might go talk to Faithann when the meeting's over. So that's a great tip. When we can put a full picture together, when we can just put the whole thing together about being warm and being friendly both before and after and during the meeting, and truly wanting to understand how we can help others, and then having rapport so that we can ask for introductions from others, which is what we do when we're standing up and giving our 60-second presentation. We're asking the room to look for referrals for us, and then we invite them to come up afterwards. It's like a fine dining experience. From the moment you walk in, you're getting that attention until the moment you leave, and you leave with your stomach full and good conversation and a warm feeling. That's what can happen when you network with intention and when you put thought and effort into each component of a networking meeting and following up. I would encourage you all to really think about that the next time you go to your meeting, and put yourself in the place of somebody who has to go out, or doesn't have to, but would like to go out and listen for referrals for you. Try and make it as easy as possible for them to pass you those referrals, and of course, always be looking and listening for ways that you can bring people together that don't know each other, that you can create opportunities for others that they wouldn't have except for you. And we all win together. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Again, you can go to the show notes and download the 8 Ways to Stand Out resource. It's there for you, and let me know which tip you liked best. And if you tried any of them, you can always email me at faithann@thenetworkerstourguide.com.
Float shots, like wide shots, close-ups, people on the float, flowers.
Sorry. You've been listening to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast with Faithann Basor. Share this episode with a friend, and be sure to come back next week for more networking tips and tricks from the Networkers Tour Guide.